Hello everyone and welcome to the very first video of the world of BeautyCraft. My name is Joanna, I'm Portuguese, and I thought maybe for the first video I would do a makeup tutorial. So I had a wedding last weekend and I got a few compliments on my makeup, so I thought I would try and recreate it, perhaps make it a little better because you know it's a wedding and I was late. So if you want to know how I got this look, just keep on watching. So let me just get the hair out of the way, and I'm using the Kiko Skin Tone Foundation, and I'm putting it with the Kiko foundation brush. It's the number 05, and the foundation, it's in the shade Warm Rose 30. It's a very highlighting foundation with SPF 15. It's very lightweight and natural looking. It's kind of a light to medium coverage, and I bought this foundation in the spring, if I remember, and now it's just a little bit pale for me, but I'll make it work, you know. And the brush, it's very nice to work with. It's flat topped and it's synthetic fibers, they're very soft. So I'm just putting a little bit more in my hand. I usually use like 1.5 or maybe 2 pumps, and just very important to also peel down the neck not to get any harsh lines, and yeah, just check out if there's no streaks or anything, and just get it in every corner. So now I'm using the Kiko Dark Circle Concealer. It's in the shade 02 Peach, and it's also liquid with a pump, and I usually just put it a little bit in my finger and under my eyes, and just blend it with my finger as well. It's also nice to conceal some imperfections and illuminate the whole area. I didn't have an eyelid primer, so I also put it on my lids, and if you feel like you need a little bit more coverage, you can also use a little more. So yeah, now I'm just putting a little bit more in my finger to cover that spot and that spot, and just dab dab dab. Also, if you feel like you have any excess product, you can just take a little makeup sponge. This is from Primark, I think, and just remove the excess. So now I'm taking this powder brush and the Kiko Invisible Touch Face Fixing Powder. It's a translucent powder, and it doesn't have a lid, it comes with this applicator, but I like to pour a little bit of the powder out, and I'm taking the brush and I'm just using it where I've put the concealer, around my eyes, because the foundation is already a little bit pale, and the translucent powder just makes me a little bit even more pale. So I just really use it around my eyes. And now for the rest of the face, I'm using this Kiko, it's the Matte Fusion Pressed Powder in the shade 0210. I mean, I love this packaging. It comes with a little applicator, but I'm just using the brush. So if you're wondering, this brush, it's from Myomer and I bought it at the supermarket, Lidl. And it came in a set of like 7 brushes and a little pouch. And they were very cheap, but they're surprisingly very good quality and very soft. I really like them. So now I have the Primark PS Havana face palette, and it has 2 highlighters, a blush and a contour shade. I'm using the Primark contour brush in the contour shade, and I like to use the sides of the brush to kind of create a little line. Oh, and I think I went a little heavy on that side. It's very pigmented, so you have to be a little careful. And I did the cheekbones, and now doing the jawline. Yeah, I'm trying to blend that side a little bit on the temples and the other side, and a little bit on the sides of your forehead as well. And just try to blend that a little bit. So now for blush, I'm using another one of those Myomer brushes, and the blush shade, it's a kind of a light shade, but I like to use a little bit of a light-handed blush. I don't like to make it too pigmented. So let's put that aside for a moment, and now moving on to eyeshadow. Using these, it's a Physicians formula. It's an eyeshadow trio. It's in the shade Baked Gingersnap. Using that pink shade I pointed to, and I'm blending it all over the lid with the Kiko eye blending brush. It's the number 58, and now with the little darker shade in the outer corner, just to create a bit more of a shadow. Now I'm taking this Chanel shade. I know it's a little bit of a high end, but it was a gift. And I'm taking another one of those Myomer brushes and packing it in the outer corner. This shade, it's number 69 Black Star, and it's kind of a really dark gray with a little shimmer, and just blending it in the outer corner. And now I'm shading it a little bit in the inner corner to create a kind of halo eye. I'm using now the Kiko water eyeshadow in the shade Pearly Gray. It's 229, and it just swatch it for you. It's really pigmented and very silver-like. And I'm really just blending it with my finger to make it more pigmented, and I'm putting it in the center of the lid. Now I'm taking again the Kiko blending brush and just blending out the edges. And I'm taking the Kiko Smoky Shader brush, it's number 54, and again with the Black Star eyeshadow, smoking it in my lower lash line. I'm taking now the Chanel Soft Touch eyeshadow, now in the shade Platine number 70, and with that same smoky shader, let me just clean that, putting it a little bit in the inner corner. And I'm putting it a little bit under the brow bone. Oh, wait a second. Ta-da! I almost forgot the eyebrow pencil. So this is the Kiko Precision Eyebrow Pencil. It's in the shade 01 Blackhaired, and I think it's a little bit dark for me, but I really just use a very soft hand with this because I kind of like my natural looking brows, I don't know, and I really just use it to fill in a little sparse areas. And this comes with a little brush in the end, just to make it all even. So now comes the part that it's really scary for me, that's eyeliner, and I'm using the Kiko Definition Waterproof Eyeliner because, well, it's a wedding, people cry, it's nice to be waterproof. This has a very fine brush tip, and let's go for this. I kind of start a little bit in the middle and just draw the first line and then try to wing it. I'm really not an expert at this. You know, one thing I like about this eyeliner is that even though the brush is really wet, it kind of gives you a lot of control, and even though I'm not an expert at doing a winged liner, I think that it's actually easier to control than with a felt tip eyeliner pen. Now the hard part, to try to get the other side to match the first one. You know, when I think about it, I actually think I did a little better this time than at the day of the wedding. So now I'm taking the Kiko Glitter Eyeliner. It's the silver one, it's number 02, because I wanted to do kind of a double wing, and I was just not very fortunate because this one has a little stray hair. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm really just drawing a little line on top of the black wing. Really just take your time, and if you make any mistakes, just take a little Q-tip and correct it, and then go back again. Just really take your time and try to make the other side even. I'm just being careful with that stray hair. And just doing a little touch up if you think there's needed. And now while we wait for the eyeliner to dry a little bit, just take literally any black eye pencil and do the waterline. I'm doing the bottom waterline and I also did the upper waterline, but you don't really want to see that because it's kind of scary. Now I'm going back to the Havana palette and I'm taking the Kiko Smart Brush number 103 and with this little more bronzy highlighter shade, I'm applying it to the tops of my cheekbones, and I'm also doing a little bit in the high points of my forehead. This brush, it's actually a blush brush, but I think it's actually very nice for highlighting. Yeah, that's very pretty. Now I just wanted to do a little bit of touch up with bronzer. This is the Berange Makeup VIP bronzer. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. And I'm using this massive kabuki brush from Primark. Just a little bit on the neck and on the sides of my face. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes, but I don't really think you want to see this. And now for my mascara, I'm using the Kiko Extra Sculpt Waterproof Mascara. It's a volumizing mascara and it has this huge and scary wand, but it really takes just getting a little used to it. So I just wiggle it out. I'm just following again the wedding theme with a waterproof mascara, and I'm doing the bottom lashes as well. Just add a little bit more if you think there's need. Now the eyes are done, moving to the lips. I'm using the Kiko Smart Fusion Lip Pencil in the shade 521, it's fuchsia. Now I'm using just a little bit because later I thought that this was not actually the exact shade for the lipstick. The better shade would have probably been the 523 magenta. And for the lips, I'm using the Kiko Unlimited Double Touch in the shade 116, it's hot pink. So the first side is the base color, and it's very long lasting and it's transfer proof and smudge proof after it dries. Before it dries, it's actually a little sticky and matte, but once you put the second side, the gloss, the stickiness goes away and it's a very bright finish. you know, putting lipstick with braces and the elastics, it's a pain in the ass. And I just got a little bit in my teeth. So now we wait for the first side to dry, and then we put the second side. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's upside down. And yeah, that's basically just a gloss. And now for the finishing touch, I'm using the Kiko face makeup fixer and give it a little distance, and that's it. Now where's the palette? And let it dry a little bit and we're done. So that's everything for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the makeup, if you have any tips for me, and if you liked, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, you know, help grow this little channel. And I have a little, unbagging to do, so make sure to come again. Bye!